Okay, get ready. 4 people at once. Okay?
The delicious scent of mid-evening dinner permeated the air, and a soft light shone faintly in the distance.
Muggs grabbed the girl by the arm. It looked like he almost pushed her to the ground.
I heard a faint voice cry out. The next moment, those 2 villainous men burst into flames.
There was not a trace of fire to be seen in the area. Without a doubt, magic must have been used.
Magic?
Sir Apprentice Baker, you may now begin your interrogation.
I have but one piece of advice. I suggest you pay it heed. Do not waste the court's time by grilling these witnesses over irrelevant nonsense, Sir Apprentice Baker. Are you alright, Nick? You sure love calling you an Apprentice Baker, huh? I'll be honest with you, Maya. I have no idea how I'm feeling right now, but I know it's all up to me. As her defender, Aspella's fate is in my hands. I have to believe in her, and I need to start believing in myself. I can do this. I believe Aspella is innocent, and I'll fight until the end to prove it. Yeah, that's the spirit. You could do this thing, Nick. Whew. Okay.
Hold it!
What time would that be exactly?
Dinner time. When else would the scent of the dinner be in the air if not dinner time, do you see?
Not so much. The sun had already set by that time. That should be adequate. The sun had already set? So you clearly witnessed what happened tonight, is that correct?
I have been dubbed a witness, thus I must clearly have witnessed something, do you see?
In that case, how much light was there in the immediate area at that time?
Enough to see the nose on my face, but not enough to see the trees ahead, do you see?
No, this doesn't add up. If the area was completely dark, when you couldn't possibly have witnessed anything. Do you see?
Nevertheless, something caught my eye. It was a most ominous sight. Ominous is what the sight was.
Okay, I get it. It was ominous.
Objection!
Poor form, Sir Apprentice Baker. Huh? I hate to disappoint you, but there was in fact light in the area. Huh? Take a look at this. This is a drawing of the crime scene based on the witnesses' accounts as penned by the court illustrator. The court illustrator? Look carefully. This shows what the scene looked like at the time of the murder.
An illustration of the highest quality, as always.
Now then, we have established that by the time the murder occurred, the sun had already set. And so, naturally, the defendant was carrying a self-firelit lantern, as we can see. A lantern?
Eureka, indeed. Yes, that is what I was saying earlier. There was a lantern. A lantern, I say.
Oh, please, you totally forgot. To be honest, I did not imagine it would be necessary to present this, but... My lord, here is the lantern in question. This is what was responsible for the light illuminating the area.
Very well, the court accepts this into evidence.
Okay. The glass is broken and is covered in mud.
Speaking of which, Inquisitor Barnum, in this drawing, the accused seems to be holding a milk bucket of sorts. What became of this?
That is a strange case indeed, my lord. That bucket seemingly disappeared from the murder scene. The milk bucket disappeared, you say? There's been talk of wolves living in the nearby forest. It is thought they often make off with items they find on the ground. Great. wolves that steal your stuff. Remind me to never set foot in that forest. This is great, Nick. We've got new evidence now. Yeah, I guess you're right. You know, Nick, you really don't look like some normal run-of-the-mill baker. I'd say you're more like a somewhat articulate run-of-the-mill baker. I think you might even have a knack for being a defender. There's a clear contradiction somewhere in that testimony, and I'm going to find it. Muggs grabbed the girl by the arm. It looked like he almost pushed her to the ground.
Hold it!
Muggs was one of the two rogues, is that correct? That's right. That man, he grabbed the girl's arm and pulled out a knife. Oh. Is something wrong? Or was it Robs that grabbed the girl and had the knife? Huh? Oh dear. Now let me see. Muggs was the short one and Robs was the... Oh, no, I think it was the other way around. Oh. Oh! Well, it doesn't really matter which was which now, does it? That's all well and good, but I was kind of hoping you'd testify about the lantern.
Honorable witnesses, please continue with your testimonies.
I heard a faint voice cry out. The next moment, those two villainous men burst into flames. Oh god, go back. Press her. Exactly whose cry did you hear? Well, it was the accused. It was Espella's voice, of course. And did you get a good look at Miss Cantabella's face? Yes, I mean, she was carrying that huge lantern after all. You're only sure because all the other witnesses just finished saying they saw her with the lantern.
There was not a trace of fire to be seen in the area. Without a doubt, magic must have been used.
Hold it!
Isn't it a bit premature to assume it was magic?
What an absurd statement!
Say what?
Think about it. The names were engulfed in flames with the blink of an eye. The blink of an eye! There was not a single trace of any other fire source to be found in the area. Not a trace!
Did I hear that right? I think I just found a contradiction in his statement. Let's do this thing, Nick. Hurry up and present something. Hit him with some decisive evidence. This is an easy one, by the way. It's him. It's the last guy, because he said there was no fire, but if the lantern's broken, it means she dropped the lantern and there had to be fire. So he's full of shit. Here you go. He's giving me a hint. I already know what it is, though. Where do we go from there? We're just a couple of bakers after all. No, Maya, I think you're wrong. Huh? I don't know why, but I feel like I know how to do this. If you're going to speak up in court, there's only one thing people will listen to, and that's evidence. I just have to try and present evidence wherever there's a contradiction in one of their testimonies. Okay, Nick, let's give their testimonies another listen. Alright, so forget this, let's go to the last guy. Alright, right here's what we're gonna present. We got this.